Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to talk about Google Drive. I'm going to share my screen with you and we will get started. Alright guys, first thing we need to do, we need to go to google.com. If you do not know, this is how you sign into your Google account. There will be a blue sign-in box up here on the right-hand screen. You click on it, you sign into your Google account, and here's how we find our drive. You see this icon, this little group of boxes? This is your apps. If I click these boxes, I go down and find the icon for Google Drive. I select it, and it will take me to my drive. Alright guys, once you do this, if your drive does not look like this, you have the older version of Drive. You need to update it. You do this by simply coming over to the right hand side of the screen to the little gear. That's your settings icon. Click it, and there will be an option that will say take me to the new drive. Select that, and it will bring you to the new drive. This is the basic look of the new drive. You got file folders at the top and documents which are not in folders at the bottom. You can change this view by selecting this icon right here. It says list view, and it will change the view. I do not like this personally. I personally like the folder view better. It is your preference, guys. And you can also sort it, A to Z, Z to A, however you want to sort it. This is your sorting options. Alright guys, I guess the most important thing is how do you add stuff to your drive. It's very simple. You come over here to the red new button. This will allow you to create folders or to actually upload information. You can upload files, you can upload whole folders worth of information. Now here's the big mistake people make. They'll go to a file upload and they'll click and drag an entire file folder off their desktop thinking that all those documents will come with that folder. That's not true. To do that, you have to do a folder upload. Now if you want to do each document or slideshow or spreadsheet one at a time, you would do the file upload. That is for a singular document or spreadsheet to be uploaded. If you want to do a whole group of stuff, you need to do the folder upload. Also, guys, the new button will allow us to create brand new documents, brand new spreadsheets, brand new slideshows. We could add a Google Doc, a Google Sheet, or a Google Slide directly to our Google Drive right now by just selecting one of these. Alright guys, I'll go through it with you. We're just going to create a folder. Just give it a name, call our sample, and we'll create. You see it's working, it pops up. Alright, so say we want to, let's try to do a file upload, see if I got any files on this computer I can do. Yep, let's see here. Here's a cheat sheet that we created. I'm going to select that, double click it. Notice it's uploading, it's going into that sample folder. Actually, I think I have it coming directly to my drive. I do. So I would have to click it and simply drag it into the sample folder. Alright, so that's basically, it's very easy to add stuff to Drive, guys. And you could also click and drag stuff into it if you had stuff on your desktop. I don't have anything on my desktop, so I cannot click and drag it. So let's go over creating a brand new document or a brand new spreadsheet. Say I'm wanting to create something, I want to save it in my drive. So let's go to Google Docs, and we'll create a brand new Google Doc. Alright guys, I'm going to give this a title. And once I make this change, this document, something very important happens. We'll call it sample, hit OK. As soon as I made a change to this document, you notice this little file folder appeared. That means that it has been saved. Every time you make a change in a Google app, Google Sheets, Google Slides, Google Docs, Google Forms, anytime you make a change or correction to that app that you're working with, it automatically saves to your drive. If you notice this, it says all changes saved in Drive. So I click on this file folder, and it shows me where it is saving. It is saving in my drive. Now say I want it to save in that sample folder that we created. I'm just going to click that sample folder, and I'm going to move it. So now every change I make, every time I type on the keyboard, That's been recorded and saved. So it's been saved in that sample folder for me now. All right, guys, I'm going to X out of this. Go back to my drive. Let's go to that sample folder that we created. There is that cheat sheet that we did. Now, the other one that I did that I moved, sometimes, guys, it takes a few minutes for it to be converted over and moved. It'll show up here in the near future. Let's go back. All right. Let's go over some of these icons over here to shared with me. All right, guys. You know, some of the administrators I'm working with have shared out things like ISS lists, absentee lists with their teachers, and instead of emailing them to them each day, they're just doing it through Google Drive. So I'm going to go to shared with me. This is all stuff that's been shared with me. Say that a principal shared the ISS list with you. It's going to be in your shared with me folder. That principal will not have to send you a new list every day. Once they make a change to it, it will automatically update on your drive. So this attendance folder right here, if the office, you know, changes it, it's going to automatically change in your drive. In fact, without you having to resave it. That is very important. That's a very interesting and cool feature. You know, this budget thing. If I made a change to that on my master copy, it would automatically change on this where I've shared it with myself. So that's the best thing about it. You know, once you make a change, it makes a change on everything that you've shared with. Here's just the recent stuff I've worked on. This would be all the stuff that I have starred, that I've marked as important. Let's go back to my drive, guys. All right. You know, the most important thing for me about any of the Google apps is the ability to share and work collaboratively on stuff. Anything in my drive I can share with other people. You know, I can share it with fellow teachers. I can share it with students. I can share it with administrators, and you can work on that stuff together. You know, you could share a document, a writing prompt with a group of kids, and they could work on a paper together. You could share a worksheet, and they could work on it together. You could share lesson plans with people in your department, and y'all could collaborate and come up with a lesson plan for your department if you chose to. Let's go through how we do this. Let's find a good one here. Here's a sample one. I'm going to click on it one time. I want to share this with people. To do that, once I clicked on it, you notice these icons appeared up on the top of the screen. I want to share it, so I'm going to hit the person with the little plus sign. Once I do, guys, this menu pops up, and the way you share, you just type in the person's Google username, which is basically their email address. So I'm going to share it with Jason Hicks. Type in his name. There he is, J Hicks. If this wasn't in the Wise County network, it was somebody, say, in another county, I would type in their Gmail account. There's Jason Hicks. Once I get the people in there that I want to share with, I have to decide what they can do with the document. If I'm working on this document with Jason, I want to give him full editing rights. But if I'm just giving it to him to proofread or look over, I'm going to make it to where he can only comment. Say you're sharing something with a student or a parent. You might want them to only be able to view it. You have total control of this document. So I'm going to give Jason Hicks editing rights. And you can also send a note with them, telling them what you want them to do with this document. Here is the doc you wanted. And I can hit send. Once I hit send, it's going to send Jason a copy of that. To me, that's the most important thing about the Google stuff. It allows you to share and work collaboratively with people. If I open this up, and say Jason was working on it at the same time, his picture would show up here inside the comments. All right. If you can tell, earlier me and Kevin were working on a video together, video chat about Google Docs, and he had joined me doing this, and he wrote some messages to me. If Jason started working on this, his picture would come up here, and you can see him working on it. So a group of people could work on the same document at the same exact time, which is very I think very cool. You can have students doing group work. You can have teachers doing a group project together. It's limitless how you can use this. Let's go back to my drive. Now, say someone does not have a Google account or they do not have a Gmail. How can I share stuff with them? Say I want to share the same thing with somebody without a Google account. I click on it and I make it a link. Get link. It's going to make this document a shareable web link. So I'll just copy and paste that link, send it to them in an email. They would be able to click on it and have access to it. All right, let's get rid of that. And that's just a preview button, guys. Once again, the most beneficial thing about the Google Drive is the ability to store information and the ability to share it with people. Guys, let me unshare my screen. Hi, guys. If you have any questions, please shoot me an email, and you guys have a great day. Bye.